it in there? He said it's a coyote den or vulture den. Which one is it? Coyote or vulture? Well, Derek, you just came out of that outhouse. How is it?
Yeah. It was good, man. I'm usually like an old Charmin bear, putting stuff here on the stump. The outhouse is working great.
So if you guys caught, it's been several months back, me and Bo were over here working. This is Derek from Stoke Living. Tell him hi down in the comment section. What's going on? But we dug a hole for you with the auger over here. Was it with the it was auger, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was with auger, man. It seemed like it was been months ago since we've been up here. It's really not been that long ago. It's
things got green and things have changed.
Yeah, changed
so they're completely off grid up on the hill. Yeah. Not just with that house, but with the cabin they started building. How awesome is that? Man. So how long have you guys been working on this?
Okay, so we started on this right around Christmas. So I mean, we're good probably 5.5, 6 months.
Yeah, that's pretty good, pretty quick.
So yeah, it's not very easy to get up here. It's we've had some trials and stuff, bringing equipment and stuff up here. But hey, part of living off grid is you got to get stuff done. You got to get off grid. You know, you got to get off the beaten path a little bit.
So when you're off grid, I mean, they're like, it's just not electric and water and sewer and all that. You guys can see there's a view. Like it takes 15 minutes just to drive back up here. They're way up here on the hill. You guys have no intentions of ever bringing utilities up here.
No.
It costs a fortune to do that, I imagine.
Yeah.
So right now, so you've got a series of videos on your channel, and I'll link it. They can catch. How much have you shown so far?
Pretty much up to this right here, yeah.
Have you shown the inside at all, as far as like the new stuff you just got done? The sheetrock?
Not the sheetrock.
Okay. Well, they're going to see it here today for the first time.
There you go. Yeah.
So we're going to use Derek's content today.
Right.
So what's cool about it? So I've been kicking around the idea of potentially putting a cabin down at the creek. And I was telling Derek about it, and Derek said, hey, come over here and take a look at this cabin, the layout and stuff. And me and Bo came up here a while back and looked at it, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. They didn't have sheetrock or anything up like that yet, but they had the siding and stuff. So I come back today to show you guys something, because we were talking and they had an issue with getting power. They didn't know what type of system they should do up here. There's so many different options out there for you guys. You guys know that. If you watch my channel at all, you guys know we've shown a lot of different options for off-grid power and just backup power in general, camping power, things like that. Well, it just so happened Bluetti wanted to sponsor today's video, and that's what we're going to be showing you guys today. So check this out. So Derek, Bluetti is sponsoring the cabin bill.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's pretty sweet, yeah.
So we'll start out here, and he's got one of the solar panels up, and it's 350 watts, right?
Yeah, 350 watts.
This one's 350 watts, and there's another one we could set up, but just for demonstration purposes. And you guys been using this working in the house. So
man, it's been a game changer. You know, you don't have to hear that constant roar of the generator. I can talk. I don't have to yell at everybody, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you start yelling at people get mad, start throwing stuff. And, yeah.
They ain't walking off the job here, though. They got quite a hike out.
Yeah, you guys are up here. You're going to work.
That's funny. But anyway, so we got the solar. He got the solar panel hooked up, and we've got some cords that he's run through the window. Eventually, he'll have it set up where it goes under the house or whatever. You'll probably end up putting a bigger solar system. Yeah. And this Bluetti that we're going to show you guys in the house can handle a big load. So let's go in there and take a look at things.
Awesome.
It's about move-in ready, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's about what it looked like when I moved into my place off grid.
Oh, yeah. Brandy would approve, wouldn't she?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're ready. We're going to move in. But so since last time I came up, they got the sheetrock hung. And what are you doing on the ceiling?
Okay, we're going to do with a cedar, kind of like a car siding or something.
Is it kind of like what you got outside underneath the porch, or is it going to be different?
Very similar to that.
That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at that real quick. I noticed that when we was out here earlier.
Yeah, we're going with
I like that.
Similar to that right there.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so let's check out the new Bluetti Apex 300. This thing is running his whole cabin. How big is this cabin?
We're about 1,200 square foot.
1,200 square foot. You can see he's a bit of a giant compared to me up there. So how tall are these ceilings?
This is an 8.5 foot ceiling.
Your head's almost touching it. It's crazy, but check this out. He's got this set up. So here is the new Bluetti Apex 300. It's a 2,764.8 watt hours. Pretty impressive. So the plan is right now they're running electric just off, the 120 outlets, and I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So then it has a true, and I was looking this up because this isn't true for all power banks. It actually has a true 240 output and the 30 amp one right here. Okay, so it actually has a fast charging port for a generator charger, and you got that cord array, don't you?
Yeah.
So what they're doing here, guys, and this is something you guys can do. So this is kind of like a plug and play. You guys, you don't have to hook it up directly like Derek is to this cabin. You can run it just like he is right now with lights, but the option's there. He actually has a cord that he can run a generator outside if the sun's down or it's dark or it's been stormy. In Oklahoma, we've got so much rain.
Yeah.
You're not charging the Bluetti when we're pouring down rain for a week and a half.
Got that figured out yet.
Yeah.
They might be there, though.
They're getting close. So in that instance, he can either take this home to his house that he lives in, charge it on the wall outlet, or like they're going to be doing is charging it with the generator during those times the solar doesn't work. So I'll let Derek explain what he's got going on here. Okay, so what do you got?
Yeah, so right here, I've got my generator is going to be coming right here, and I'm going to have my plug from right here going into my generator, okay? And then we're coming out of one of these plugs right here.
To run the house.
To run the house up here, and that's coming up to my electrical panel up there on the top side.
So what's so easy about this, since you're not having power bringing in, all the power is coming from right here, so you don't have any danger of back feeding into the line or anything like that. So that's pretty handy. You can see they don't have. He's got it all ran, but they're waiting to get the sheetrock and all that done before they do all that, obviously. So all together, what I'm seeing here has 4 120 outlets. It has a USB outlet down there, and then obviously we just showed you these outlets over here. Okay, so in my opinion, this is probably the best Bluetti I've seen so far. The technology just keeps getting better and better. So if you guys don't know anything about this at all, which some of you may not, some of you may, it actually has a true 240 like I said earlier, but it has a switch right here. So you can actually, it's the voltage selector. So right now he's got on 120. That's what he's running his lights with that we can see in the house while they're working and doing all that. It's pulling 124 watts, and it will actually run this for 1.4 days. You can run them lights for a day and a half.
Sweet, yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So then if he does end up getting a well out here, if he doesn't want whatever he decides to do, if he did get a well, he could run it off this. Also, if he's doing any welding or anything like that, he can run off the 240. And then like he was talking about earlier, how quiet this is. So a charging mode actually has a silent charging mode, if you guys can see that right there. And then an auto and then a turbo mode. The thing I like about the Bluettis that they do offer a turbo charging mode. So say normally it charges at 1,000 watt input or 1,200. Put on the turbo, it's gonna bring it up even higher, like 1,700, 1,800. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers. I have to look that up, but you guys get it. Okay, so what's awesome about this unit, you guys can use this obviously for a home backup power solution, or you can use it like Derek's using for a full off-grid system, but also it's kind of like a plug and play when it comes to the RV camper life. Derek, what you got over there? Let me see that for a second. So this is actually, has a little clip right there that you can clip onto your pole, hook it all up, and it converts everything you would need for RV life, camper life, things like that. You're gonna have your power right here on hand with this add-on. So earlier I was telling you how you can charge it. Obviously you can charge it with solar, you can charge it on your wall mount, but you can also charge it on your car outlet in a pinch. How awesome is that? 3 different ways to charge this. So I know obviously most of you guys aren't going to be using this for off-grid living, but a lot of you guys may want one just for home backup for those emergency situations. If you guys live in Tornado Alley like we do, or if you live like in Florida where they have hurricanes, like in Louisiana, with all the flooding and everything like that, you guys, obviously if you get hit by a tornado direct, it's not going to come in handy, but with that comes high winds. Tornadoes don't have to hit your house to affect you. It can actually knock the power out for a long period of time, and it will affect you, and you never know when your neighbor might need some backup power. Your power's on, theirs is off, and you can help them out that way. So it's always awesome to have emergency backup power for any situation, and it seems like we always use ours in the most inconvenient times the power goes out, if that makes sense. The power always goes out in the most inconvenient times So the Bluetti comes in handy, and you guys know how that is. Okay, so like I was telling you guys earlier about the true 50 amp, this is actually the industry first 50 amp bypass capability. When this is installed as a fixed system and connected to the grid, the Apex 300 supports up to 12,000 watt bypass low capacity, effortlessly charging your EV at full power. So with the low upfront cost and high flexibility with just 2.7 kilowatt hours of capacity, you can start with a minimal investment and unmatched flexibility to expand your setup as needed. That was what I was telling Derek. This is awesome for starting out, but once they decide they want to be up here like maybe a lot more, or even someone wants to come up here full time, they can always expand the batteries. How cool is that? So connect up to 2 to 3 units with up to 18 battery packs. That's crazy. Offering up to 11.52 kilowatt hours. So this is literally plug and play as it comes out of the box. You could just pull out of the box and start using it like Derek is using right now with lights and power tools and that stuff. Or you can set it up full time like we showed you guys that before. So this will charge everything from USB devices like phones and tablets to appliances such as coffee makers, toasters, conventional stoves, refrigerators, microwaves, and air conditioners. Okay, so start simple and scale smart. That means you guys could start out simple with the same bundle that I got. The Apex 300 itself, the Hub D1, the B300K battery, and the 350 watts of solar panels. You guys, this is perfect for the scenario that we're showing you guys right now with the off-grid living and a whole home backup. Start simple and scale to your needs. Okay, so if you guys are interested in this whatsoever, the Bluetti Apex 300 and the solar panels, and don't forget the RV hookup, I'm going to leave links down in the description box and a pinned comment. You guys get in on the savings. I know you guys, someone out there is looking for a good backup power solution, or maybe even off-grid solution like Derek here. This is going to come in handy for him and his family, and it can come in handy for your family also. So like I said, links in the description box and pinned comment. Get in on the savings. All right, Derek, since you got lights now at the Bluetti, let's see what you got going on here.
All right, so this right here is going to be our living room right here. Over here is going to be the kitchen. We're looking at doing like, refrigerator is going to be here. We're looking for a like a propane style refrigerator. That's all kind of new for us, and so we're just kind of researching that. Washer and dryer is going to be in there. Cook stove cabinets and stuff.
Are you doing a gas cook stove in here? Propane?
Yeah, we're doing propane. We try to do as much propane as we can. Propane water heater.
For sure.
Stuff like that, yeah.
That's what I tell people. Off grid is super easy, like during the fall and wintertime. Yeah. Living off grid during the summertime, that's when it gets challenging because we like our AC units.
Yeah.
Hey, but the Bluetti will wanting to run a mini split.
Yeah, that's what's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it looks like it's going to run a mini split and everything like that. So yeah, we're doing a mini split with 2, possibly 3. You know, like I forget what they call those things. Registers coming off.
Yeah.
So we'll have one kind of over here on this side, one for the upstairs. Actually, 2 for the bedrooms, and so I don't know.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
But yeah, we got upstairs up here. We're gonna have some beds and stuff. We've got a big family. Mom wants beds for each one of the grandkids. You can kind of come up here. And hey, if Mom wants all the grandkids, we'll just sit in there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we'll go out on the town.
That's right.
We'll go on grid.
Going back on grid.
Yeah. But me and Dad, we was like all about the outhouse. That's what we wanted, you know. Mom and everybody else, Katie, said we got to have a bathroom.
Yeah, I blamed it on the girls too.
We got a bathroom. There's gonna be toilets, stuff like that. So then we got another bedroom in here. You guys saw that where the Bluetti.
So it's 2 bedrooms and the big loft upstairs.
Yeah, 2 bedrooms, big loft upstairs. Got a view out going.
Yeah, you got a little view out here, don't you?
A little view, yeah.
I hope no one tells the tax guy that you guys built this up here.
No, it's a good thing you can't see this from the road.
That's right.
Got a little storage right there.
You'll be hearing a drone coming up here.
Oh yeah, he'll find me. He's good at it.
So you guys did spray foam insulation the whole house.
Yeah, we did spray foam on the whole house. Man, it's crazy. That spray foam's.
It's amazing.
That's great.
It's cool though that as tall as you are, you didn't have to get on that scaffold and put those windows in, did you? No. You'll just reach up there and put them in.
No, we don't need stuff. But Dad's wanting to put a cross up there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can already kind of see the outline of it.
Yeah, so we're gonna. If I knew someone that had a mill.
I need to bring the mill up there, don't I?
But we're going to do like a walnut or something like
that.
Kind of across.
Bring it over to the creek property. We'll mill it up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. we started off with the plans called for a 6-foot porch. I was out, Dad wasn't here whenever I laid everything out. I made it a 10-foot porch. And he's like, man, that's a pretty big porch.
I'm glad. And, I bet you guys are glad you did it.
I'm glad we went with that. So we did that, and then it also, the plans called for just one porch right here. Didn't call for a wraparound.
Yeah.
And
when you're spending Dad's money, I get it.
Making a wraparound.
Yeah.
So we did a wraparound, and that is.
So these are things that you're glad that you did after you did it, for sure.
Yeah.
Because now that you have it, you couldn't imagine not having this wraparound.
Yeah. So we did that, and actually the plans just called for just some stairs right here.
Yeah.
No. We had to build this nice little ramp.
No, you thought this out very well.
Oh yeah.
And then you got it wheelchair accessible or Ranger. You should have made it a little bit longer. You could have rode the Ranger right up here.
Good right up
unloaded.
Here, So.
This is awesome, man. I bet you guys are excited.
Yeah, and then we did a few other little extra things. We had some gable ends up there on that top side that it didn't call for, but kind of added.
Just adds to the character of it. Yeah, it looks awesome.
So.
You guys did a great job so far.
Yeah, it's.
Are you doing siding around? I guess.
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it with some metal down there on the bottom.
Oh, that's gonna look nice.
Kind of where we get done, just kind of seal everything up. We've got two of the IBC totes down there on the bottom side.
Let's go over there and look at them.
And
are you gonna catch rain, I guess, or are you gonna haul water?
We haven't really decided. Like, kind of on the catching rain stuff. But for right now, we're just gonna haul it up.
How far is it? Would you bring some other ones and just fill those up?
Yeah. So we'll just fill it up at the property down there at the bottom. It's about a mile down there.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
No.
All the rain we got though. Whew.
Yeah, I know. You can fill this up pretty quick.
So it looks like the holes that we dug for you worked out pretty good.
Yes.
Except for I think there was one in there that kind of looked a little off. You call that the Dutch pole?
Where we kind of see we had to fix Dutch.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Bring it in.
That's funny.
A little bit because our outside was just a little bit.
So there's his totes that he's using.
Yeah.
Chemical free, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Don't be drinking out of those. Just flushing toilet now.
Yeah. So we'll have our pump down here on this bottom side. You can see we have our fill line coming up here. You got the vent, everything for that. So it'll work until it doesn't.
Yep. About everything in life. It works till it doesn't.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, man. Oh, they even I didn't even notice this. They did underneath the house too.
Yeah. We sealed that sucker up, man.
Are you gonna put a wood stove in there or anything, or
Look at that like a propane gas, probably. Because we want people to come up and experience this also, not just for us. And we were thinking, we know how to run stoves and stuff, but we don't know other people.
These for sure.
We try to make it as easy.
Let's burn it down.
We're gonna try to keep them from burning it down.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing it with us. Went from the outhouse earlier to the main house. Now, one day you'll be able to use a toilet in there. Yeah. No, you're not allowed to use a toilet. You and Dad got to use the outhouse.
It's just a single seat. We're not a double seat.
No double seats yet? No. Okay, I'm going to head to the house. We'll pick the video back up there. So I hope you guys go check out Stoked Living. I'll put his link down in the description box. Hey, so I get a better hunting spot this year, don't I?
That's right.
I want Cassie's spot. Put me in Cassie's spot.
I know where I'm going to put Bo. It's going to be in a little bitty corner surrounded by a bunch of wild dogs or something.
He'll still kill a big one.
I know, yeah.
I want Cassie's spot. Cassie, if you see this, sorry.
I think Cassie just loves to watch deer.
Just watch them pass, no matter just the big ones.
Whenever you watch her channel, it's like a National Geographic.
Is it in there? He said it's a coyote den or vulture den. Which one is it? Coyote or vulture? They got an old.
It's too scary for me to go in there.
You need to make a video on your channel about that.
Yeah, I know.
Staying the night in there all night.
Yeah.
Doing all nighter.
Yeah.
Tell Derek you want to see him sleep in that shelter all night. Him and his boy.
I'll invite all my friends.
It's a pretty big cellar too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow. We're stuck.
Oh my goodness.
I see some red eyes looking at me. Oh wow, yeah.